Good morning and welcome back to the Mining Stock Daily Morning Briefing, presented by the Clear Commodity Network and delivering today's top news in mining and mineral exploration. From the new ClearCom studios, here's your host, Trevor Hall.
And good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Mining Stock Daily Morning Briefing. Happy Monday. It's Monday, March 30th. Markets are mixed to start the week. Gold futures are trading higher at $4,588 an ounce this morning on its front month contract. Silver is pushing higher to $71.25 an ounce. Copper is sitting about $5.50 a pound. The big mover, it's oil. Once again, Brent crude is trading above $114 a barrel, on pace for its steepest monthly gain on record, up more than 55% this month, as the conflict with Iran continues to upend global energy markets. On Truth Social this morning, President Trump escalated his rhetoric toward Iran, threatening to strike the country's desalination plants, amongst other infrastructure, if Tehran does not reopen the Strait of Hormuz. That threat is drawing immediate international condemnation. Targeting civilian water infrastructure is considered a war crime under international humanitarian law. Iran relies on desalination for a significant portion of its water supply, and any strike on that infrastructure would cut off drinking water to millions of civilians. Amnesty International has already warned that attacks on Iran's civilian infrastructure would constitute violations of the laws of war, and that the latest statement from the president is raising the stakes considerably heading into a week where negotiations remain unresolved. We'll get to the news out of the miners and explorers here in just a moment, but first a quick word about today's sponsor. This episode of Mining Stock Daily is brought to you by Integra Resources. Integra is a growing precious metals producer in the Great Basin of the western United States. They're focused on demonstrating profitability and operational excellence at its principal operating asset, the Florida Canyon Mine in Nevada. In addition, Integra is committed to advancing its flagship development stage heap leach projects, the past-producing Delamar Project in Idaho, and the Nevada North Project in western Nevada. You can learn more about the business and their high industry standards over at integraresources.com.
Hi, this is Chris Berry, host of the Power Current podcast. Throughout my investing life, I've been obsessed with a single question. What happens when commodities, geopolitics, and technology collide? About 15 years ago, I founded an advisory firm to help answer this question for both companies and investors alike, and the Power Current podcast is an extension of this effort. Each episode, we dive deep into the current state of the most important markets, companies, and technologies that will power the revolution in energy today and into the future. Find the Power Current podcast wherever you get your podcasts.
And here's what you need to know this morning. Collective Mining has expanded the ramp zone at its flagship Apollo system in Colombia, reporting an intercept of 83.75 meters of 21.14 grams per ton gold and 17 grams per ton silver, beginning at 1,355 meters below surface. A standout subinterval within that hit returned 20.8 meters of 51.36 grams per ton gold and 35 grams per ton silver. That's one of the highest grade results yet from the system. The ramp zone now measures 315 meters of strike by 100 meters wide by 350 meters vertically and remains open in multiple directions. Collective is currently running 5 drill rigs at the zone, with 2 more expected over the coming months, backed by $135 million US in cash for its planned 100,000-meter 2026 program. They trade on the TSX and the NYSE with the symbol CNL. Equinox Gold. They released an updated technical report for both the Greenstone Gold Mine in Ontario and the Valentine Gold Mine in Newfoundland and Labrador, projecting average annual gold production of roughly 543,000 ounces from its Canadian operations over the next 10 years. Greenstone is expected to contribute approximately 320,000 ounces per year over the period, while Valentine is on track to reach nameplate capacity by Q2 of this year. As of December 31st, the company holds 19 million ounces in mineral reserves and another 19 million in measured and indicated. Equinox has also set aside $70 to $80 million for exploration this year to continue growing those numbers. The update cements the company's Canadian asset base as a long-term production cornerstone. Equinox Gold trades on the TSX and the NYSE with the symbol EQX. Montage Gold has reported grade control results and a resource increase for its Koné and Gbongogo Main deposits at the Koné Gold Project in Côte d'Ivoire. The grade control program confirmed the grade and continuity of the mineralized envelopes at both deposits while also identifying additional high-grade zones within the system. The updated resource pushes total measured and indicated mineral resources at the Koné project above the 5 million ounce mark. With $572.8 million of capital committed, the project remains on budget and on track for its first gold pour through the oxide circuit in late this year. Additional resource updates on satellite targets are expected throughout the year. Montage Gold trades on the TSX with the symbol MAU. Hercules Metals has reported new drill results from the Leviathan porphyry copper system at its Hercules property in western Idaho, intersecting 670 meters, grading 0.45% copper, 4 grams per ton silver, and 95 parts per million molybdenum. The best interval within that intercept returned 213 meters of 0.67% copper, 10 grams per ton silver, and 128 parts per million molybdenum, continuing to demonstrate the scale and consistency of the system. The results build on a series of wide, high-grade intercepts that have been building at the Leviathan deposit into one of the more exciting porphyry discoveries in the western U.S. The company is currently running a 20,000 to 30,000 meter drill program focused on expanding the system along strike and testing adjacent geophysical targets. Hercules Metals trades on the TSX Venture with the symbol BIG. They also trade on the OTCQB with BADEF. Cascadia Minerals has announced a strategic exploration alliance, earn-in agreement, and equity investment with Agnico Eagle Mines, one of the world's largest gold producers. Under the multi-year partnership, the two companies will work together to identify and advance gold-copper exploration properties in Yukon's Stikine terrain, with Agnico also earning the right to acquire a stake in Cascadia's Catch property. As part of the transaction, Agnico Eagle will take an approximately 19.9% ownership stake in Cascadia on a partially diluted basis. Cascadia's flagship Carmax project already hosts a measured and indicated resource of 651 million pounds of copper and 302,000 ounces of gold, with a full-funded 15,000 meter drill program set to begin this spring. Cascadia Minerals trades on the venture with CAM. Fireweed Metals has announced a $61.5 million private placement that includes a strategic investment from JX Advanced Metals Corp. That's a Japanese metals company with deep expertise in non-ferrous metals processing. The financing will support continued advancement of Fireweed's Mac Pass Critical Minerals District in Yukon. That's home to one of the world's largest high-grade undeveloped zinc deposits. The strategic partnership with JX Advanced Metals adds a significant institutional backer with direct connections to downstream processing and supply chains for critical metals. The company has also been building momentum at Mac Pass with active drilling and government-backed infrastructure investment supporting the district's long-term development. Fireweed trades on the TSX Venture with the symbol FWZ. All right, that's it for this morning on the Morning Briefing as we start off the week. The Mining Stock Daily Morning Briefing is produced by Clear Commodity Network. It is distributed throughout the world through your podcast network of choice. You can also find it at clearcommodity.net. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Be well. The information presented should not be considered investment advice. Mining Stock Daily and its affiliates are not responsible for any loss arising from any investment decision in connection with the material presented herein. Please do your own research or speak to a licensed financial representative before making any investment decisions.